Today we're going to be diving into the top proven tactics video and going into more detail. This is a continuation of the video, my previous video, which was based on the top proven tactics to grow a startup without any budget. And these were actually narrowed down based on some previous experiences that I've had myself, of course, or other marketers that have had the same experiences out there. So I'm going to link it over here if you haven't seen it already. Go ahead and check that out and then come and watch this video where we dive into more detail on the first tactic. Now, for those of you who are new, I'm Neil Patel. I'm a growth marketer based in the UK, and on this channel, we break down marketing and personal growth so we can better growth hack businesses, our careers, and ourselves. So let's get into it. So you've probably come across content marketing where you're trying to understand, hey, well, we know content marketing is a strategy out there that we could focus on to grow our startup. But how do we go about executing that? What's the best way to start to execute that? And one tactic I did share was to actually focus on the bottom of the funnel higher intent keywords when creating content. So there's two goals you need to keep in mind. Goal number one is connect with your ICP, your ideal customer profile, through the mediums that showcase the highest intent. Now, to uncomplicate that sentence a bit, all you're doing is you're going after the higher intent audiences on those particular platforms where you feel like they're engaging, or going to those platforms and creating content for your target customer. That's pretty much it. And the idea, what is our idea when we're trying to execute on this tactic? Our idea is to, we know our industry has a lot of demand. How can we capture it, right? We want to capture it by creating the higher intent content. So this is how we actually do it. So let's say if we're working on SEO, right? And I've got a few notes here because it's pretty interesting how you can actually create this higher intent content and it works out really well. But if we're working on SEO, you got to start with bottom of the funnel content first and then work your way up. Now we know that if we look at the funnel, right, I'm going to throw the funnel up right over here. And if we look at the funnel, we know that the top is usually the broadest and the bottom is usually the narrowest, right? The narrowest is where we can say most of the people already know about a product or service, they understand quite a bit and they're ready to sort of buy from you. Whereas at the top is people are just about learning about the issue, the problems maybe. Usually it's broader, right? The understanding at the top is more higher level and then you get more specific as you go down. So if we're gonna test out writing, let's say one blog a month, you might wanna try that. Or even one blog a week if possible, because that's gonna be way better. And what you wanna do is you wanna find the highest intent terms first, right? And that's done by actually carrying out keyword research. Now, for those of you who haven't seen these videos already, I've actually got some really cool videos on carrying out keyword research, either competitor research to go after what competitor terms are, but also just generally carrying out keyword research. So again, I'll link it up here, right? So that you know where it is, but I'll also include those links in the description. Go check out those videos. Super important, super helpful to actually craft it and actually show you how to use an actual special tool, but I actually show you how to use a free tool as well to carry out some keyword research, i.e. like an Ubersuggest. We talk about SEMrush, we talk about Google Ad Planner, right? So keyword planner. And one mistake is that when you're starting out with content marketing as a startup, you don't want to kill yourself by essentially going after the highly voluminous keywords, right? You don't want to go after high volume keywords only because they're too broad, they're highly competitive, and let's face it, they don't really mean anything. You'd rather go after the keywords that mean something, and the keywords that mean something, or key phrases that mean something, are usually the high intent key phrases, right? And that's the reason why the volume may look a little bit more appealing to us, i.e., let's talk about software, right? If we're talking about accounting software, we don't want to talk about accounting software alone, right? We don't want to just create content for just accounting software. Like it is specific to some degree, but it's still higher volume. There is no intent behind it. You can't really see it. But if someone was saying accounting software out there, like, well, the best accounting software, now what you can do is go after best accounting software and create content for that. Maybe you're comparing certain platforms against each other, and then you're comparing it against yours at the end, right? But you're offering an objective view into the entire analysis and you're doing it for people, so you're offering value. So Sure, if you go after high volume, you'll get traffic. If you go after just accounting or just accounting software, but after a certain amount of time, it's not going to translate into anything. You're just driving traffic. And these are one of the mistakes of SEO and content creation, especially for a startup. You don't have any budget. You don't have a high amount of or high degree of resources at your dispense. So what you want to do is you want to focus your time on what matters. And what matters is you want to go ahead and you want to go to the place where people already know what you want to sell, right? Or what you sell. So they already type it in, and Google is a great place. So why not satisfy that with some high intent content? You can do this on other platforms where you know people are searching for your high intent content, right? And or high intent keywords, and try and create content for those platforms. Now, I do want to note the disclaimer that SEO takes time. So you won't get results in a week, but that's why you can, for example, use something like PPC AdWords in the short term to bid on high intent key terms, which is another subtle hint. And that's actually what we're going to be focusing on in the next video. So that's how you create high intent content. You want to specifically create content that is based on your product or service, and you start by carrying out some initial keyword research, i.e. what your product's about and what you offer and what the solution keywords are that people look for because they want that problem solved. You create content specifically for that. Now, yeah, try to keep it short so you guys can sort of use this info, go and test, and then come back and try another one, but try another tactic. But hope this helps. If you do like this content, then be sure to like, subscribe, share, and also comment below. If you like and comment and show some engagement, then YouTube highly likes that and it will help other people see this video too. So I would definitely urge you to do that. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next tactical video. Take it easy. See you soon.